Hi guys, I'm back from my holidays, and this is just a small resume of my road trip to Bosnia. And I have just noted any numbers I've received from the road trip, like temperature, percentage I started, I arrived, on each supercharger, on which supercharger I charged, and how long I charged, and yeah, stuff like that. Just let me find the picture. Okay, I'm unprepared as usual. Just a second. I think you don't see me now because I'm in a tunnel and I'm driving too fast. I will write down all the notes and yeah, just put it somewhere in the video. But I have just the key datas from the whole trip, so how many kilometers I surpassed, and how much energy I used, and the average watt hour per kilometer rate. And I have to say, these numbers are a little bit high because I started when it was freezing outside. I drove quite fast, so for example US or Canadian standards it's just too fast, but on the Autobahn in Germany it's kinda slow. Yeah, nonetheless, autopilot. I was driving quite quickly, and I drove from exactly this Autobahn, this highway here, to my parents' house. 1,104 kilometers. In these 1,104 kilometers, I charged at the superchargers 288 kilowatts of energy. The average watt hour per kilometer usage was 261. So it was about -4 or 5 degrees outside as I started here in Switzerland. As I went over the border to Germany, there it was really freezing cold. It was, I think, something around -10, -11 degrees Celsius. And as I was heading towards Austria, towards Slovenia, Croatia, the temperature rised, quite frankly, so I reached about 12 degrees in Croatia, and there were on the highway all bugs all over the place, all over the windscreen or windshield. So yeah, for the first road trip it was really good. I always, all the time, tried to not come under 20% of charge, which was stupid because the Tesla navigation calculated everything quite good. It was always plus minus 4% of charge. So sometimes as I drove slower, I had 4% more, and in other cases where I drove a little bit faster, I had for about 4% less resting charge, and it was too much. So in my way back home to Switzerland, I calculated about with about 10% until I reached Villach, and it went really well. Then I stayed a little bit too long in Villach because I met my sisters. I stayed about 2 hours there. I should have charged just about 25 minutes in Bernau, the next stop, the next supercharger, and I was there, army. I was there also 40-45 minutes. I was like feeling that I was like in a hurry at the superchargers. I wished I had more time. It sounds stupid, but it's really I thought, okay, I have to charge there 30 minutes, 40 minutes and stuff like that on the beginning of the road trip, and I thought it's a little bit, it's unusual to have to wait, but if you arrange yourself with just the situation that you have to stop and do the best out of the time. As soon as I stopped at the superchargers, I checked my phone for messages, went a little bit through Instagram. I went to the toilet. That took about 10 to 15 minutes. Then I ate something, and it was the 40-45 minutes just went through, and I'd like to have about always 10 to 15 minutes more to write down my notes and stuff like that, but the time was already over and I had to leave the supercharger, and I felt a little bit like I'm in a hurry, and I'm really surprised that it felt like that, because I thought it won't be that convenient to have to stop and charge and then go and always stop and charge, but as soon as you arrange yourself with the situation, it's nowhere a problem. At least for me, that's my these are just my thoughts to the topic, charging on a supercharger on long trips. And as I arrived at home in Bosnia at my parents' house, I don't felt tired. The next day also I don't felt tired, because I made this small it's not a small pause, but I made just these I made these rests at the superchargers, and for me it was really fine. The times where I drove to Bosnia with my old car, with the Renault, I really just drove without any stops. I stopped once to fill up the tank with gasoline, and then I went further to Bosnia, and without any stops I just went through this road trip without enjoying it, without taking a nap or something like that. I arrived always tired as fuck, and it don't felt that good. even 2 days after, I was tired from the road trip, and this time I really didn't had this feeling. It was just everything went well for me. So yeah, road trips in Teslas are really a nice thing. In my case, I haven't had any problems. I was a little bit too much on the safe side with the battery. I could have yeah, been less time on the superchargers. I just noted everything I had on the superchargers. It was winter time. There were not that good conditions for electric cars. I will just save everything on my computer. I will also make a road trip in April, also to my parents' house, to Bosnia, and there should be something between 14 and 25 degrees Celsius outside, so just other conditions, and I think I will get more range out of the car. Maybe I don't have to make 4 stops, maybe I will just have to make 3 stops, we'll see. For now, that's been it. The road trip went well. You will get also a video in German for the road trip back to Switzerland, so stay tuned. And yeah, thank you for watching. If you liked the video, just give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and we will see us in the next video. So take care.